I am successful. I look for and find opportunities where others see nothing. I am a lifetime learner. I am solution focused. I see only solutions. I am a solution.
Wow, this is history. We're making history right here today. And I've got none other. I'm not going to introduce him yet. Today we're making history. Today we're talking about the power of routines and habits, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'd like to formally welcome you to my very first Be Transformed podcast. This is more than a podcast. It's an invitation to redesign and redefine your life. Today, we will unravel the science of the mind, the science of mind transformation, as we talk about the power of habits. And this topic will help you become all that you were created to be. Now, if you're ready to unlock the secret of success and you want to become significant, this is the right place for you. Your transformation begins right now. Now, to make this happen, right, I am going to be interviewed on my own podcast by a very good friend of mine. His name is Paul Fo. I make bold to say Africa's number one sales coach.
Amen.
Africa's number one sales coach. He needs no other introduction beyond that. If you want to take your sales revenue from wherever it is, you want to 10x it, this is the man that you need to get. If you want to train your staff, you want them to become super salespeople, this is the man to get. And guess what? We have some very, very interesting African knowledge and wisdom that he teaches. Oh, yeah. And this ancient wisdom of selling will take your business to the next level. Whether it's a local business, whether it's an African business, or whether it's a global business. So welcome to the Be Transformed podcast, Wolfo.
Thank you so
How
much.
are you today?
Thank you so much. And you didn't mention that you are my teacher and I'm your student. So this is the tap that I and other people have been drinking from for a long, long time. It's just that we now have different interpretation of the water that we have received.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
so yeah,
And
thank you so much.
it's about adaptation. It's about
Yeah.
taking knowledge. There's no knowledge that is new. You take it, you understand it, and then you adapt it, and then you take it to scale. And that's what you've done. I'm really proud of the work that you're doing, man. Well
Thank you
done.
so much. Thank you so much.
So let's dive into the
Let's
interview.
get into it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask you the first question, and the question is, what's one simple positive habit that you believe can truly transform a person's life in 2025?
Wow. Well, it's a twin. It's a twin between meditation and visualization. A lot of people meditate without visualizing. A lot of people visualize without meditating. You've got to combine both of them. Yeah. Meditation is about giving focus and attention to something. Visualization is about creating internal images and pictures. So it is activating your imagination. It is beginning to activate the eyes of your subconscious, that is your spirit and your soul. And when you see with the eyes of the subconscious in the intangible matrix realm, and you focus on that, it is so powerful. Now, research has told us that anything the mind focuses on generates 8 watts of power and transmits it to a minimum of 8 meters radius of you. The reason why, focus and meditation is so important is that factor. You generate energy. Now, You can just generate energy that is not focused on anything. The power of visualization is that you have a mental picture, you have a spiritual picture, you have a mind picture. And that picture is given that energy. So what you've done is you have defined, you have specifically defined your desire. So specificity is the outcome of a combination of meditation and visualization. And then once you specify what you want, that energy projects it into the universe. Right. The energy you generate with the focus and attention in meditation, it projects it into the universe, and it sends the signal into the universe about your desires, about what you want, about that which that you have already seen happen for you. Now, when you project it, then you've got to also incorporate your heart. When you meditate, when you visualize, you feel your desire as if it is already happened. Now, the place of meditation is a place where you focus on something as if it is already happening, or as if it is already happening, and then you generate the feelings and the magnetic energy in your heart. So the mind that visualizes, the mind that focuses on an image or a vision, generates 8 watts of energy and transmits it. It is a transmitter. It sends it through electric waves and energy. Your heart is a magnetic device. It receives it back to you. So you sow the seed with your thoughts, you sow the seed with your imagination, you sow the seed with your visualization, you receive the harvest with your heart. And that's why it's important that every signal you send, every image you hold, everything you focus on in meditation, you hold a feeling. When you hold that feeling, you are generating 4 watts of energy. Wow. And you are able to attract its light from a distance of over 5 meters radius of you. So when you send the energy, you attract the energy. Now, you've got to prepare your heart to expect what you desire. Expectation is key. This is where a lot of people miss out. Expectation. You've got to expect what you have already seen, what you have already believed, what you have already felt, the way that you have already experienced it. And when you expect it, then you have the right, spiritual right, mental right, and physical right to collect it. So you download it and you manifest it in the physical. Now, the process before the physical was a process of meditation, visualization, feeling, belief, and then all of that is what will be responsible for the manifestation of what you desire. Now, this is the routine that will create anything for you. Genesis 11:6. Anything that man imagines to do cannot be stopped. God is able to do far exceedingly abundantly above that which we ask, think, imagine, according to the power that worketh within us. As a man thinks in his heart, so easy. That protocol and that process is the key to manifestation in 2025.
I want to circle in on something you alluded to about the feeling. So if we get a bit tactical now, is there a tactical thing that a person can do to generate the feeling? For let's say somebody wants to manifest a house or a car, do you advise that they go for viewing? They walk into the house. If it's a car, do you advise that they go to the car shop? They just walk into it to trap that feeling. Do you encourage that?
The mind cannot tell the difference between reality and simulation. So whether you sit in the car or whether you imagine yourself sitting in the car, it's the same feeling. Now, and you can visualize more. The power of visualization is more intense than reality. In fact, a research was done, and they did a research with basketball players, and they wanted to increase, their success in making shots. So they got a set of basketball players to practice 1 hour a day, the shots, successful shots, 1 hour a day. And they got another set of basketball players to just visualize themselves taking the shots. And then they got another set of basketball players to visualize and practice taking the shots. The guys that went to the courts to take the shots, and the guys that sat at home and visualized themselves taking the shots, got the same results. That's right. They visualized for 1 hour. These ones went to the court to shoot for 1 hour. Now, the guys that got the better results were the guys that visualized themselves shooting for 1 hour and then going into the court to shoot for 1 hour.
Yes, sir.
Boom.
Yes, sir.
So it is very, very important that you start it off by imagining yourself, right? Visualizing yourself, living your desire, living it. That's the key. In the present continuous.
I like that.
And you visualize yourself manifesting, living it in present continuous. And it's not just a five minutes thing. You've got to develop that routine to do a minimum of 30 minutes, 45 minutes every day. Every day for 45 days. For the people that, the neurological pathways are created in 45 days. Some people, habits are created for them in 45 days. There's some people that habits are created in 66 days. And the reason why habits are created is what we call neurological pathways. There's a pathway in your brain that when you practice something every day at a specific time for this number of days, it registers as a habit. You create a neurological pathway. That is the pathway to least resistance. So what I recommend is you visualize for 45 days. If it takes you 45 days to create a neurological pathway and a habit, some people it takes 66. If it takes you 66, you do it for 66 days and then top it up with then some. And that's why we always recommend 70 days. So whether you're a 45-day habitual creator or a 66 days habitual creator, just give it 70 days. 70 is a super, super, super number. Do it for 45 minutes every day at the same time. You visualize yourself living it. What begins to happen is that your brain will begin to send signals into every part of your body that is required to collaborate. Your brain begins to send signals into the universe, right? For everything that needs to collaborate and partner with you, right? Everyone that needs to collaborate. All the resources that need to collaborate with you. They are sent signals and information, right? They are sent the energy. The energy, everything vibrates at its own frequency. So if you wanted a car, you have to be specific about the type of car you want. And then you see yourself driving it and owning it. Now, when you feel that feeling of driving it, what you're doing is you are generating that particular frequency that car vibrates at. And then you are tracked in the intangible, invisible realm of the matrix, because it is the invisible things of this world that influence and create things in the physical realm. So when you do it for 45, 66, or 70 days in a place of imagination and visualization, routine and habits, you have to habituate it. The subconscious mind that is responsible for 95% of our productivity, performance, and success requires practice and habituation. And when you generate that energy, when you vibrate at that frequency, when you send out that frequency, the universe has to correspond with you. It has to collaborate with you. It has to partner with you. And every resource within you, innovation, creativity, finding solutions, creating value that will generate the revenue that will use to purchase it. The partnerships and the collaborations that you need, it will come to you. Now, when you do that for 70 days, 66 days, or 45 days, then in between, then you visit the car showroom and you physically sit in it. And then you come back home and you begin to gratitude journal every night before you sleep. I'm really grateful that I experienced my car today. You're not going to say whether it was in the visualized realm or in the physical realm. I'm grateful and thankful that I experienced the energy and the frequency of my dream car. And how did it make you feel? You would jot it down. And then that will be the last thing you do before you go to bed. You go to bed in gratitude. And you do this every day for 70 days. Now, you may not know how.
Yeah.
You may not know when. You may not know where. But I can guarantee that the car will manifest.
Let's go to the next question. This is so powerful. We all know that routines can set us up for success, but what makes a routine truly powerful and not just a habit we go through mechanically? What are the things that make a routine truly powerful?
It was Denzel Washington that said you need two things to generate power and to create success. You need commitment and consistency. That's right, commitment and consistency. So in answering your question, you've got to commit and stay focused and stay dedicated and remain consistent, irrespective of the challenges, irrespective of the achievement. Keep your eyes focused on the ball, not on what you are doing. This is where a lot of people miss it. They get distracted by what they are doing. They get distracted by their reality and their environment. You've got to keep your eyes on your vision. You've got to, and that's why that routine, the 70-day routine, is so important.
Yeah.
In the imagination, excuse me, in the imagination, you focus on the desire. You focus on the feeling. You focus on that dream. You focus on it already happening. And you allow yourself to feel the feeling of it already happening. This is what you need to focus on. This is what you need to, ensure that you hold in your mind and the feeling in your heart.
Yeah.
As you step out, it gives you hope. It gives you motivation. Irrespective of the situations, the challenges, or the circumstances, it keeps you resilient. It gives you faith. You can follow through. And no matter what, never allow yourself to be distracted, because focus creates blindness.
Come on now.
If you focus on the reality, you will lose sight of your dream and your vision. If you focus on your vision and your dream, the reality will disappear. So, commitment to the vision, commitment to the strategy, commitment to excellent execution, commitment to holding the feeling and the state that it has already become yours, believing that it already is yours. You are just working the protocol and the process of manifesting it. And then consistency. Everything you commit to do, do it. Be disciplined and focused.
Yes, sir.
Be dogged and dedicated. And keep your eyes on the vision.
Oh, it's powerful, powerful. I mean, you spoke about, if I go on to the next question, you spoke about discipline and dogged. I know that you're a person of routine yourself. You work out, you exercise. Have you observed that that resilience on the whatever exercise that you're doing at that season, do you experience that you transfer that level of resilience and focus to the vision that you have? I mean, I went to the gym this morning. It's very cold in England. I work out every day. I go to the gym every day. And I discovered that because you are persistent on the treadmill, you're persistent in carrying weight, you tend to transfer that resilience even to your work. Do you have that testament in your own personal journey?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, we've done a program every year for the last 10 years. It's called MAP. It's called meditation, affirmation, prayer, visualization, and exercise and diet. Check this out, Paul. Every year we've had averagely 30 people join this program for 70 days. So every day, every morning we meditate. Every morning we do affirmations. Every day we pray. Every day we visualize. Every day we exercise. Every day we diet. Now the subconscious mind takes charge because it plays a very pivotal role in habit formulation. It stores repeated actions. It stores repeated behaviors. It automates and conserves your mental energy. It automates and conserves your mental energy. Now, this automation, right, allows you to perform your tasks unconsciously. You begin to operate in a state of unconscious competence. You are no longer thinking through it. Why? Because it is operating from your subconscious. Now, check this out. Because you do it every day, right? You are creating discipline. Discipline is a skill.
Yes. Yes.
Discipline is a superpower. Focus is a skill. Focus is a superpower. Resilience is a skill. Resilience is a superpower. Endurance is a skill. Endurance is a superpower. When you combine all of these skills and superpowers, guess what you're doing? You are installing that program in your subconscious.
Yeah.
So it is a program that once you automate it, once it becomes an unconscious competence, it doesn't matter where you need it. It doesn't matter what you need it for. It must show up. You know what? If you take an orange and you cut an orange and you squeeze an orange, what comes out of the orange?
Orange juice.
Orange juice.
Yes.
When you take a man that works out, a man that diets, a man that meditates, a man that visualizes, a man that commits, that focuses, when you take that man that does it every day and you cut him, you squeeze him, what comes out of him?
Ah, what a metaphor. What a metaphor.
Yeah. Yeah. You become what you habituate.
Come on.
You
Come on,
become
man.
what you habituate. Let me repeat that. You become what you habituate.
Wow.
Whether good, bad, or ugly. If you habituate eating too much, you are habituating indiscipline. And guess what happens to you? It begins to affect you and infect you. So I've already done 3 hours of exercise this morning. 3 hours.
Whoa.
I've already done 2 hours of meditation this morning. Today I pushed myself to another level today of exercise. I normally do 90 minutes. After my 2 hours meditation visualization, I do 90 minutes of exercise. But because I'm going to Egypt, I'm going to Sharm el-Sheikh in February, and I'm climbing Mount Sinai, it's going to take 5 hours up and down. I'm training for climbing Mount Sinai. And so I pushed myself from 90 minutes to 3 hours of exercise this morning. And because it has been my routine, I didn't break sweat. Because I've done it every day. The only day I don't exercise is Sundays.
Wow.
The only day I don't exercise is Sundays. I've exercised every day for as long as I know myself.
Jesus Christ.
Go and check any successful entrepreneur, any billionaire, any successful, sports person. Everything they want to manifest, they habituate.
Yes.
Why do you think someone like a Lionel Messi, someone like a Cristiano Ronaldo, why do you think top athletes, they practice every day? They are habituating such that on the game day, they're not thinking about it. These guys don't think about dribbling. They just dribble.
Yes.
Because it's already embedded in their subconscious. Those moves and the other moves that can come out of those moves are already embedded in their subconscious. So they're not dribbling you. You cannot think and dribble. It will be too late. So they actually manifest what they are. You must live a life of positive routines and habits if you truly want to succeed. And there are many, many habits and routines that successful people, they follow. One is they wake up very early. I've been up since 3:50 a.m.
What time do you sleep then?
I sleep about 10, 11. Yeah. Now, what this means is if I wake up at 3:50 and you wake up at 8 a.m., I have a 4.5 hour head start. I have created 4.5 hours additional. You can't catch up with me.
Come on now. Come on.
I already have we're doing a marathon and I have a 4.5 hour head start ahead of you, no matter how fast you run. And I'm fit. I have endurance. There's no way you're going to catch up with me. If we're running a Formula One race and I'm 4.5 hours, I have a 4.5 hour head start ahead of you, you can't catch up. And guess what? I don't just do it one day a week. I do it every day a week. So multiply 4.5 hours times 6.
Times 365 days.
Times 365 days a year.
Oh my God.
Paul, times 10 years.
No wonder you're the catalyst.
I've got 25 years head start. And I've done this for 25 years. So anyone that just starts and thinks that they know what I do, they have my content, and can produce what I'm producing. No, you've got to do what I do. It's called modeling in NLP. You've got to think as I think. You've got to believe as I believe. You've got to operate the protocols that I operate. You've got to follow my routines. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I have a 25-year head start. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I've done that. I've done it every day, every day, every day. So you've got to arbitrate what you want to manifest.
Oh, let me ask you another question. Oh my goodness. We've not even finished episode one question. We're already this series, God. Now, bad habits can creep in unnoticed. How do you identify when a habit is no longer serving you? And what should you do about it? One of my favorite questions is, does it serve you?
Yeah,
One of my
that's
favorite coaching question.
that's a big question you've got to always ask yourself.
Yes, yes. So coach,
Yeah.
this is an important one because we live in a world where people just chase high dopamine with bad habits, pornography, gambling. It's insane. Most young men are losing their destiny about, Seneca said that, why you live your life as if this is a dress rehearsal?
It's interesting because I look at every behavior from a different perspective. There is a positive intention behind every behavior. And a habit is behaviors that you continue to replicate, right? So let's take someone that has a habit
Drugs, whatever.
of drugs. We've got to look beyond what he's doing. We've got to ask, what is the benefit behind what he's doing? What is the positive intention behind it? Research has shown us that when people lack self-worth, when people want to be accepted by their peers, when people are going through deep, serious emotional issues, when people are going through trauma, when people are going through stress, and they want to relieve the stress, they want to escape from the trauma, they want to escape from the pain, they want to be accepted by their peers, they want to feel a sense of confidence and self-belief and self-esteem. Those are some of the original positive intentions for them to start taking drugs, or for them to, go into substance, enhancements. Now, as they started it, they had a positive intention. So, how do you help them? You have to help them find a habit. You have to help them find a routine that is healthy, that is good,
Yes,
that will give them the same intentions. And this is the reason why it seems like when people have bad habits, it almost seems impossible to break and to stop because it serves them. And the job of the subconscious is to serve you. And habits operate in the subconscious. Behaviors operate in the subconscious. And so you've got to collaborate with the subconscious for you to be able to help that person change the habit, but maintain the positive intention. When you help them identify the positive intentions and you give them another route to achieving the positive intentions, you close up the neurological pathway of the old habit and you install a new one to arrive at the same destination. The destination is what they want. not the pathway. Let me repeat that. It's the destination and the intention and the pleasure, the benefit of the intention that they desire, not the pathway. So if you close this pathway and you open another pathway for them to still enjoy,
Come on, that's the word.
the benefits of their intentions,
That's the word.
and you habituate it over 46 days, over 66 days, over 70 days, over a whole year, boom, you free that person. The problem is that we judge the habit. We judge the habit, but we are ignorant about the benefits. We look at the pathway, not the destination. The conversations that we need to be having are much deeper, not the superficial pathway, but the deep, deep subconscious destination. And so the tools, the techniques, the methodologies, and the approach is about eliciting the intention and the benefits, identifying the pathway, and creating an alternative pathway and helping them habituate it. Because they had to habituate this pathway to get to that destination. So create an alternative pathway and let them see that that pathway gives them higher benefits and better benefits than this one. Let them realize that this one has no side effects. This one does. Let them understand the consequences of this pathway and the benefits of this pathway. And guess what would happen? You would have had a convert and you would have transformed a life.
Wow. I think it was Carl Jung that said that until we make the unconscious conscious, it will rule our lives and we will call it fate. I love that line. All right. So the catalyst, we're going to wrap up with one more question. This is very deep. Guys, so click on the subscribe button of the podcast. If you're listening to this on Spotify, click on the subscribe button on Spotify. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcast, click on the plus button, which is the follow button on Apple Podcast. Now, do us a favor. If you're enjoying this, take a screenshot. All right. Tag the catalyst on Instagram in his stories. He will reshare your post in his stories as well. Just tell him how much you are really loving this. All right, so one more question, and I hope you're going to stay tuned until the next episode because this is a series that we're on. All right, great. And so I'm going to ask one more question, and then we'll leave there. We'll come back again. Many people try to build good habits but struggle to stick with them. What's your one strategy? This is a very important question. I tell my children and I tell my wife, I said, the toughest thing for me to do is to wear my clothes and hit that gym. It's still tough for me. But you know what? Once I enter that place, it's bliss.
That's it.
So what I do is that I get the clothes ready in the night to get myself, whatever I do, I look forward to listening to something. I don't know. I like this question. What do you do with people who are struggling to keep a good habit going? Because, hey, I'm one of your students on this. I've struggled to go to the gym. But when I go there, I love it.
So Paul, let me ask you a very simple question as I try to answer this last question.
Yeah.
If there was 3 of us going to the gym at that time every day, would it be easier or more difficult?
It would be easier. Because it's only me. It's very cold. And Marcus Aurelius said, you can't rule the world under the sheets.
They say if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with people.
Yes, sir.
Look, guy, Paul, we're social creatures.
Mm.
And we need accountability partners. We need destiny helpers.
Mm.
So create a community. Find a midwife. No one gives birth to a child on their own.
Join the catalyst community, man.
Yeah,
Hey.
you need a gynecologist, you need a midwife, you
Yes,
need a
sir.
nurse to
Yes,
help you
sir.
deliver that baby, that dream. Yeah. You need someone that will partner with you. You need someone that will collaborate with you. You need someone that will hold you accountable.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You need a destiny helper. That's right. Even if it's a phone call, get up and go. Have you gone to the gym today? Accountability is a master key.
It is.
Collaboration is another master key. You know, no man is an island by
Yes, sir.
himself.
Yes, sir.
No man is an island by himself. You need people. You know, find like minded people. Share your passion and your hobbies, and together roll. You will find that even when you are in the gym and you're not feeling it, you can ginger each other. Yeah. You know, a two-fold cord, a three-fold cord, more powerful than when you roll solo. Yeah. Find, you know, people of like minds, people of like passions, and agree on what your dreams are. Synchronize your dreams together. I hold you accountable to you fulfilling your dreams. You hold me accountable to fulfilling my dream. And together we push each other out of our comfort zones. Now, guess, check this out, Paul. I realized that a lot of people settle for their best. And that best that they settle for becomes their best ever. But guess what? If you could do 9.5 seconds, then you can do 9.4 seconds. Then you can do 9.3 seconds. So one of the reasons why a lot of people don't push themselves is that the human mind likes comfort. And so the people that you collaborate with and the people that hold you accountable have to be people that you give the permission to challenge you and push you to break your own record. You know, I was in a conference this weekend. They asked me the definition of a peak performer. I said that a peak performer is one that operates at the highest level of excellence, achieves the highest level of success, but continues to break his own record every time. And you need people to push you to do that. You need a coach to push you to do that. It was Bill Gates that says that everybody needs a coach. So if you are looking to pushing yourself to your next level, if you are looking to succeed in every chosen field of endeavor, if you are looking to be all that you were created to be, just make sure that you reach out to me and I will collaborate and partner with you to be the best version of yourself. Paul Fo, I want to thank you for this incredible, phenomenal interview. You know, when you and I get together and we start talking, we go deep.
Man.
Yeah, so we've only just scratched the surface
Yes.
of the power of routines and habits.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to the Be Transformed podcast. Honestly, I'm confident that if you practice what we have discussed just today, your life will never remain the same again. Make sure you share this episode with everyone you know. Make sure you repeat it. Yeah, make sure you can never get 100% of what you hear the very first time.
Yeah.
Neither can you get 100% the second time or third time. That's right. You also have to repeat this. Repeat listening to it, and then you will catch certain things and you will learn certain things. Be transformed. You do have a wonderful day. Shalom.
Thank you.
I am successful. I look for and find opportunities where others see nothing. I am a lifetime learner. I am solution focused. I see only solutions. I am a solution.